Okay, so let me start off by saying I am so sorry for throwing out the orchid. I had no idea that even though it looked dead, I was still supposed to keep it.
Don't worry about it. Here's what you do. Next time that it goes down, just give it to somebody. Give it to like your mom or a friend.
Wait a minute.
Or something like
I'm
that.
going to give my mother what looks like a dead orchid.
She'll bring it back, and next year when it blooms, she'll think she's a hero. It's really easy to do. But that way
So it's like a little mind game.
It's a mind game.
I gotcha.
You're boosting her confidence. You're boosting her confidence. So you say, well, Mom, it stopped blooming for me. And then, oh, can you bring it back? It's going to come back great.
Here's the thing. I just don't want to stop you from passing along free plants and flowers my way.
Don't worry.
So feel free to just keep bringing it on.
Okay,
you know?
that's what I'll do. I'll keep loading you up.
All right,
then.
so let's move this table a little bit more here. Wow.
Neat stuff we got today.
We really do. Is this a huge lettuce bowl?
Well, you know, last time I was here,
Right,
there was a lot of controversy on the lettuce.
We'll get to that in a bit.
So I had to redouble my efforts.
We'll wait for Lonnie for that one.
Wait.
In the meantime, let's talk about sprucing up our yards. We're ready for spring. It's still a little chilly in parts of the country. Is this the best time to move forward on that?
Yes, it is. You want to get started now. That way you're ready. You know, summer will be here before you know it, and it's a short season. I mean, if we're honest with it, people in New York, Chicago, and I guess most northern parts deal with a short season. We need to get started now if we're going to have a good long season.
All right, let's start with our first item here. What do we got?
Now, this is the neatest thing I've got today. Beneficial nematodes. So those are basically microscopic worms. And, you know, a lot of people have problems with grubs in their lawn, or they have like grubs or Japanese
What are
beetles.
grubs?
Grubs are little tiny insect. Well, they're not tiny. They're about the size of your fingertip, and they're basically larvae of beetles. So Japanese beetles, cinch bugs, June bugs, all those things that eat your garden in the summertime, they start out as grubs in your lawn from fall to spring. So now, if we don't kill them now, they're going to eat our lawn up. Then they're going to come out the ground. They're going to pupate, come out the ground as beetles, and then eat our garden up. So, right.
We don't want that.
No, we don't want that. So what we got here is a cool way to get rid of them. There are a lot of ways to do it, but this is a box of microscopic worms. And you put them on the ground, you spread them out, and they're like heat-seeking missiles. They basically will burrow down, find the grub, burrow inside of the grub, and eat them from the inside out, just like aliens.
Wow, this is your coolest thing?
I mean, yeah, this is one of those neat things that, you know, if you have kids, you can talk about, or, you know, if you got people who into bugs or things like
Alien
that.
bugs,
Alien
great.
bugs.
Only on Backstage Live.
Yes.
Lovely. Thank you, William. Next item.
Next, we will talk about planting herbs, because we can still get out there and plant herbs too. Now, I want you to, we'll test this with Lonnie too, but break off a leaf of that and smell it. I want you to rub it real good, crush it up in your finger, and you tell me what that is.
Uh-oh. You're putting me on the spot.
I'm
That's
putting you
my
on the
job.
spot. I'm putting you
Mint?
on very well. What type of mint?
Oh.
There you go. Come on.
William, what the heck do you expect out of me?
You can do this because you had this before. Which one is that?
I've had this before?
You've had it before. No,
Spearmint?
undoubtedly. That's what everyone says, peppermint.
Oh.
It's peppermint, but that's still fine. And you can plant herbs like peppermint right now in containers, in your in like a balcony, a patio, even a windowsill. And you can pick this and use it for teas or seasonings or whatever you want to use it for.
Or something.
Or a mojito.
Right.
If you like peppermint in your mojito, why not?
It's a nice addition.
Why not? Now this one you're going to know right off the top, and you can plant these now too. That's a really easy one. You're going to know that one really quick.
Basil?
That's it. That's it. And so right now you can go get your basil plants. You can either plant them, like I said, on a windowsill. If it's warm enough, put them outside. Okay. And right now you start making your pestos.
Now, maintenance. How often are we watering this?
Now these, if you keep them on a windowsill, probably once a week.
Okay, that's
if they're there. Now if they're outdoors, right now you may not have to water them at all because you get so many spring rains. But if they're indoors on a windowsill, maybe once a week, twice a week if it's really dry inside your home. But you can grow these now in your home. As a matter of fact, we're going to give this to you.
Oh, thank you so much. I will keep this in. I promise I'll never throw it out.
No, you use it, smell it, enjoy it, and when it goes bad, you throw it out, let me know, and I'll bring you other stuff.
Oh, so I should throw this out?
Well,
if it goes bad?
Most people would keep it for a while, but if for some reason you get the notion to toss it out, don't worry about it. Go ahead and toss it out.
Okay. All right, I will hold on to this for a long time. All right, in the meantime, what's our next item?
This is one of the coolest plants out this year. This is one of the black velvet series of petunias that they have.
So pretty.
So remember our grandma's petunias used to be those bright pinks and whites and all that kind of stuff, where they are just releasing black petunias and black with pinstripes. This one is called Pinstripe. And they have ones that are called Phantom and one that is Black Velvet. So these are just really neat, dark petunias. And I like to pot them up and then add, this stuff here is it's called super moss, no relation.
It's really hard.
It's hard because it's not, because it's dry. Because it's dry. If you touch one that's moist, like this one.
Oh, so is it supposed to be that dry? Oh, yes. Okay.
It's really moist. So what we do is we mist all this stuff and it would fluff up and look a little nicer. But I was running to get to you guys, so I didn't have, I didn't have a chance to do
We'll give you a free pass.
Thanks. Yeah, but this here, I mean, this, it's just the color on it is so unique.
So what's the maintenance like on this pretty flower?
This one needs to go outdoors if possible when it's warm. You can probably pull it off now in a very bright sunny window for a couple of weeks. Okay. So treat this, if you were to take this, you would treat it kind of like a cut flower and just let it bloom beautifully for a couple of weeks. But it's not going to survive long indoors. This is an outdoor plant, and outdoors it goes bonkers. I mean, it would go this tall and this wide of just nothing but flowers. Just a profusion of flowers over and over again. So it's one for hanging baskets. It's also good in a container right by your front door because it brightens up and brings intrigue to the spot.
Very pretty. I love it.
Yeah, isn't it gorgeous?
Too. Really pretty.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we have here?
Well, we got a couple of other really cool herbs that people don't think they can plant, but they can. This is cilantro, and I love to use cilantro because it's so versatile in so many dishes, whether you're cooking things that are Italian or Mexican, even Thai. It's just, you can use it for many things, and you pick it, and it just keeps growing. So you would go down, let's say I was going to cook, let's say we're making a Thai rice. Okay. So we go down, we take off enough to make the Thai rice, and that's going to sprout.
Now you have to go from the root there, or can you just clip the top here?
It's best to go to the root. So it's best to go, because that way you don't leave the stem. Because if I just left this sticking up here, if I just leave that and just take the leaf, all this is going to die.
And now is that the same for my gift here? Do I literally pull from the root for the spearmint and the
for the
basil?
spearmint and the basil, just take the leaf off.
Okay.
Just take the leaf. But for these guys, go all the way to the bottom of the stem, because otherwise you're left with that.
Okay.
And that's not going to grow a leaf again. It's going to look ugly. So you go to the bottom and pull it all the way off. And in that way, you also encourage the roots to send up more. So you keep taking them off like that. And now I've got enough that I can use in a dish, and the rest of it will grow back.
How quickly will this grow back?
In less than a week, you'll start to see the shoots popping back up again. So, I mean, this is one that people should think about growing, even on their windowsills or sunny place. Indoors, you can grow these now. But outdoors, they'll grow too.
Lovely. And our final?
This is, it doesn't look so well because it was beat up when travel, but this is one that no one thinks they can grow. They can. Stevia. You know the sweetener that they use in place of sugar? You can grow it. As a matter of fact, let's take that fresh, clean leaf right there. Just pick it off. Taste that. You can taste it.
Really?
Taste it. It's a little small taste. Sweet, isn't it? That is what people use in place of sugar. Doesn't have the calories for it. So you can literally grow your stevia next to one of your mints, and then you make your own teas and stuff without having to use any sugar, no calories or anything like that. So you can do it yourself. And you can also, I mean, if you grow enough of them, you could actually use it as a sugar substitute. But most people are only going to grow enough to use in teas and drinks and stuff like that. But you can literally sweeten up your alcoholic drinks or sweeten up your teas without having to go to high-calorie sugar.
And is this the same thing? Are we cutting from the root again, or just the leaf?
I would rather you just take from the leaf on this one.
Oh, geez, you're going to have to leave me with notes. I'm getting a little overwhelmed.
I'd rather you just take it from the leaf with that. When in doubt, just take the leaf, and then you'll see that, hey, this looks really ugly, so you'll take the whole stem on the cilantro. But when in doubt, just take the leaf, and that's it for that. Yep.
William Moss, you've got to stick around though.
I don't know where Lonnie. You can stick around. Lonnie will come back. We'll get to Chris, and then maybe Lonnie will come back.
Our chef is waiting in the wings. Well, you're coming back. You must stay with us.